Hi guys, this is AC Gamer back with another video on Brandhouse 2. Now with the recent patch note, we have a bunch of changes that we need to talk about. This is a lot of changes that will affect how we currently play the game and actually affect the characters we are currently using. So it's very important that you guys are aware of the changes, and that is why I am making this video. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for more content on Brandhouse 2. If you guys don't want to miss out on future content on the game, make sure that post notification is on, so go ahead and click the bell icon. And if you guys enjoyed this video or found this video helpful, then go ahead and click the like button. So let's go ahead and talk about the changes that is very important. Now, one change that is very important is the fact that we now will be able to change the options for our gears. Now, a lot of people don't like farming gears or don't like the gear farming currently, simply because if you get a terrible option, it kind of ruins your gear. So an example of this is this current weapon over here. I have attack, this is crit damage. So obviously the sub options, the one I really want to get is obviously increasing my crit rate or increasing my damage, or instead I got magical resistance, which absolutely sucks. Now with the new changes that will be happening, you will be able to change the options that you have using a new item that you can obtain from dismantling your weapons. So dismantling SR and our weapons as well will be able to give you guys the resources required to change the options. Now if you want to lock in a specific options that you have in your gear, you can lock it. However, it will cost a lot more resources now to be able to change your the options. So locking in that is going to consume a lot more resources, but that is fine, especially because we need to change the options for some of the weapons because it kind of ruins the weapon. So those new items that we require are called refining crystals and refining stone, and those are obtained from dismantling. Now to be able to change the options, you need to have your gears at +9, so you have to first level it up. So it's going to consume a bunch of gold, but that is a price you have to pay to change the options, and it isn't really that bad. So that is actually very good. So the main options will also have the ability to change as well. So that is one of the changes that will be coming out to the game that is very important. So if you have a weapon that you want to discard, or you wanted to discard before because you didn't like the sub options you got, you can go ahead and change it with the new update that will be coming out. So that is absolutely amazing, and a lot of people are going to be looking forward to that. Now, because you are able to change the options, now the probability of getting some sub options have changed as well. So I have a bunch of tables that I want to show you guys of before and after the new probabilities of getting each the individual options, so you guys can go ahead and take a look at that as well. I also will be showing you guys the refining price as well for the weapons you want to refine. And for UR weapon, it costs about 120 to refine, and then for SR it's about 15k. So it is kind of expensive, I'm not gonna lie. In addition to the gear changes, they've added a new system in a game called hunting request system, which will basically allow you to auto farm specific content in the game, so the hunting ground and path of adventure. Now to be able to do that, you have to be able to defeat the boss of each pack, and once you are able to do that, you will be able to send in a hunting request to that specific area based on the difficulty. With one hunting request, you basically are able to perform 5 battles with regular monsters and 1 battle with the boss, and it consumes a total of 6 rice. So you're going to be fighting 5 mobs and then 1 boss, so a total of 6 enemies. So you need 6 rice to be able to do that. Now you can cancel the request during the hunter request, and you will receive the rest of the rice except for the rice consumed by the time of cancellation. A total of 3 areas can be commissioned at the same time. 1 area each of the hunting ground, the slime kingdom, and the goblin ruin. The area being commissioned cannot be played manually. So that is what I wanted to talk about with the new hunting request system, allowing you to auto farm. I absolutely love the system because I have a bunch of resources that I want to use, but it just takes way too long to just put my phone on and go into the stage that I want to farm. So having this option is going to help me farm out a lot of stages a lot faster and a lot more easier. So I absolutely welcome this change. As you can see, I have about 341. It's just going to take me way too long to be able to use all of that stamina quickly. Now, another change that will be coming to the game is the installation of magical circles in. So now you can actually teleport your characters to the inn specifically. So it basically removes the tedious walking from the circle to the inn, allowing you to heal your characters a lot faster. So I absolutely welcome this change as well. In addition to those changes I mentioned, the next changes I will be talking about are changes that will affect your characters. So the one I want to talk about now is that the gear upgrade are going to be happening. So the gear's defense and magical resistance options will be buffed, and your grade gear will be buffed to have a significantly higher value than the upgraded SR grade gear. So basically right now you see your characters, essentially the stats is going to increase a lot more especially if you have your weapon or your grade weapon. As you can see, I have a lot, so the stats I'm having right now will be buffed with the upcoming maintenance, just so that there is a clear difference between SR and UR weapons. So I absolutely welcome these changes as well, because it will make sure that my characters can dish out a lot more damage to the mobs, and also able to increase my tankiness as well of my units. So an addition of exclusive stats for exclusive gear. So I've already talked about this previously, but any weapons you can get from the gacha will be getting an exclusive stat, which will make them a lot better than some of the weapons we can create. So yeah, exclusive abilities are added to the exclusive gear that are not in basic gears. Exclusive abilities are given stats that fits the character's concept. The higher the grade of exclusive gear, the higher the bonus value is granted to the exclusive ability. So that is actually pretty good. Another change is increased HP per character level. Now this is very important because the new character that is getting released, Justia, basically has an energy guard, which basically scales off 100% of her HP. Initially I thought that was horrible because characters already get one-shotted anyways, the HP doesn't really matter. But now with the increase of HP per character level, that is absolutely insane. So when you level up a character, the increase in HP will be raised from 10% to 20%, which will basically mean that your characters now will have a lot more HP. So this is my Justia. She's about to get an amazing new costume. Look at the HP right now. She's going to get an energy guard of that. That is not good enough in my opinion. However, they're going to be buffing up the HP she has now, so that is actually going to be good. Every single character will get an increase in HP, allowing your characters to tank a lot better and basically try to mitigate or remove the one-turn battle requirement now for content, because the main reason why we're trying to beat sages in one turn is because our characters are not tanky enough and they get one-shotted. So to stop our characters from getting one-shotted, we have to deal much more damage than the enemy. So I absolutely welcome this change. Another change is increased property resistant ability. So property resistance of fire, water and wind characters is increased from 25% to 50%. So this is going to basically, actually I didn't even know anything about attributes. What the flip? This was actually not something we focused on in this game, but it looks like the devs have realized that, and now they're trying to make sure that the property resistance of fire, water and wind characters increased from 25% to 50%, which basically means that in the future you might want to run a mono specific team, because those characters will dish out a lot more damage. Because if you have let's say fire versus water, water will win, but if you're using a fire character, basically you can't dish out a lot more damage to your water enemy, so you basically have to switch out your team. So basically switching up team play and how you build characters and build teams in this game, I welcome this. Actually I welcome this change. So adjustments of the upper limits for each ability level and addition of the upper limit. So some of the upper limits of each ability has been adjusted. So physical attack and magical attack did not change, so it's 10,000. Physical defense and magical defense have been changed from 95% to 90%. Crit rate has been changed from 95% to 100%, and crit damage did not change and it's at 700%. So these are the upper limits for each individual stats in this game. Another change is that Evil Castle Battle Renewal. So they're going to be changing the Evil Castle, so stay tuned for that. They've also added a bunch of items in different story packs now. So wood now will be available in story pack 8. So wood was a limited resources since you could only farm story pack 1 and 2. So now you are able to also farm it from story pack 8 as well, which is good. Now an adjustment of hunting ground acquisition item has been done as well. So item that can be acquired in story pack 7 and story pack 8 will be changed as well. So from story pack 7, you will now be able to obtain eagle feathers instead of golden basil, and then from hunting ground monsters you'll be able to obtain eagle feathers instead of golden basil. And for story pack 8, the changes is now you'll be able to obtain enchanted powder instead of golden basil, and the golden basil can be obtained from story pack 9, will be updated later. The next change I want to talk about isn't a change that will be in the game forever. This is only available from the 2nd of August all the way to the 16th of August, and that is the maximum amount of rice we can obtain. It has been increased from 40 to 80, so double rice now. So that's actually good. So once again, it's only available from the 2nd of August all the way to the 16th. And also Path of Adventure slime acquisition as a double event as well from August 16 to August 30th. The amount of slime drops in Path of Adventure slime dungeon will be doubled. So as you can see, I have a lot of stamina right now, rice, sorry. So I'm going to be saving all of this until the 16th of August so that I can benefit from those double drops in slime, because I do need a lot of slime for my characters to level up my units. So that is going to be very, very important for me. And I believe those are all the changes I really wanted to talk about that will be happening in the game. So tell me down in the comment section, which of the changes are you guys excited about? Me specifically, I'm excited about the HP increase for characters, the gear changes, the options now being able to be changed as well. Those are absolutely amazing change that I recommend and absolutely love. So yeah, tell me down in the comment section what you think about these changes. It's been your boy AC Gamer. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It's been your boy AC Gamer, and I'm out.